All right, good day, welcome loves, or evening, I should say. Don't mind the noise in the background. It's my freaking dishwasher, and I think there's a pan in there that shouldn't be in there. All right, so don't mind the noise. All right, so Cancer, let's see what we have for you guys. All right, Jesus. Adjustments are required. All right. Speaking loud and clear. So we'll see if that's just one message or if it comes back out. All right, I mean, we all can make adjustments in our life. I make adjustments all the time to better my life. I'm not perfect. All right, so let's get for the Cancerian collective. Let's get it mixed here a little bit. All right, let's do 2 more. Get to it here. For the sign of Cancer. Cancerian. All right, nothing will come of the situation. Was at the bottom here. So, yeah, nothing is going to come of the situation if you do not make proper adjustments. All right, proper adjustments can shift things. All right, a new romantic cycle. Don't let pride get in your way. All right, so maybe pride ruins a lot of things. All right, so yeah, make those adjustments. Don't let the pride get in the way. All right, otherwise this new romantic cycle is nothing's going to come of it. All right, unless you make those adjustments. That's why we saw them cards. In order to have successful relationships, we do need to make adjustments with ourselves, all right, for the better of ourselves, you know, and the person. But not first, it needs to better ourselves first. Emotions are running high, all right, there you are. So a personal issue could reach a resolution, but you need to have a practical plan, all right. So the full moon, Cancer, there you are. That's why we're going to stop right there. Purples and blues are going to be of significance, but more purple. All right, so be practical. Maybe that's some of the things that you need to focus on, all right? Those adjustments, you know, being practical about the things that you dream about. You know, is it realistic? You know, so if you want things to come out of it, you need to not think it's going to be like you dream it of, you know, because a lot of times our dreams are just fantasy, right? And not realistic. So your emotions could really be running high right now. All right. I mean, certain things can trigger people, certain times of the year, certain seasons. All right, so let's get for here, Cancer. All right, so we do have here the King of Cups, which, you know, is water energy. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. All right, maybe you're dealing with an earth sign here, maybe not. But with the King of Cups here, you need to be rational. But it's pretty much showing here that, yes, your emotions are running very high. You need to kind of get them calmed down, get them in check, right? Which is by being practical and making the proper adjustments when it comes to your emotions, because your emotions could affect romantic cycles, romantic situations. All right. Because you need to be fair, you need to be balanced, you need to, you know, live with integrity and fairness, you know. A lot of people it's like they know it, but they can't live by it for some reason. All right, let's get a little more here for Cancer, please. For the romantic cycle, the emotions running high in this personal issue. And then we have the full moon in Taurus when it comes to your dreams needing to have a practical plan. All right, for Cancer. God, these cards feel so small after using that bigger deck for a while. It's weird. It's weird. All right, for Cancer, please. We have here the Knight of Wands. We have here the Ace. Okay, so I see what's going on here. All right. You have a lot of, when you're in a relationship, what stops these long-term situations is this Knight of Wands energy. The Knight of Wands energy is known as, you know, kind of the in and out energy, not very, kind of like the player, right? Mentality. Just kind of comes and does their thing, and, you know, wild, stuff like that, not being very practical about the way they go about things, their plans, their dreams. And it affects, I feel like, mood altering when it comes to that. But all this sword energy here really makes me think that you're not being practical about the way you want things or how you envision them. And in order to reach this personal issue within you, when it comes to romantic encounters and relationships, you need to slow it down. All right? Don't just jump head on in. Get to know the person, you know, have your own place. Maybe stay here and there at one another's place, but kind of ease into it. All right? Don't just, because that's going to not work. All right? Because a lot of times you're just in that stage of lovey-dovey, and you're not, you know, really know what these people are about, and they don't know what you're about. And if you jump right into it, well, it just usually doesn't work. So slow it down, all right? Because I feel like, yeah, it's like, and you may have a lot of like paranoia issues that you need clarity on, that, you know, it's like paranoia, fear, past trauma, relationship traumas, childhood, any traumas in your life, especially relationship, don't bring them into the relationship. All right? That's what you need clarity on. That's what you need to understand here. All right? So the supermoon might bring about some changes in your emotions, but it's all to kind of let you see the errors of your way, is how I see that. Help us acknowledge. All right, we just saw the Hermit. So yeah, do some deep thinking, some deep introspection, so that way you can, you know, develop a practical plan and get into that mindset. I always tell people, like, don't get in relationships if you haven't healed yourselves, because then you just come in with unhealed wounds, you reflect on them, or you project them, and then the relationships fail. And then you scar another person. And next thing you know, we got all these scarred ass people out here in the world. And they don't know how to love. They don't know how to trust. They don't know how to do anything. Because they bring the wrong things into a new relationship. And then, like I said, you know, then fuck up the other person's life and their trauma. And yeah. And it's a continuous cycle that spreads like a plague throughout humanity. And there's just failed shit. We see it today. People don't know how to be wives. People don't know how, especially women today. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, by nature, we are designed to be a certain way. And this fighting and rejecting biology and our nature is something else. Yeah, I just keep to myself because I can't handle a lot of people today. This modern day shit, it ain't for the better, I'll tell you that. And I don't see nothing good out of this modern way of being. Detached everybody from their roots, nature, everything. No wonder everybody's so fucked up. But we have the Four of Cups here. So yeah, you need to think about your dreams, the things that you want in life, and be practical about it before you renew another cycle. Okay, so I feel like this is a problem when it comes to relationships in your past. All right? It's like, it's exhausting hanging on to things. Therapy does wonders. I swear by it. If you find the right therapist for you, they can fucking goddamn change your life unbelievably. And yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that either. Five of Wands here. There's nothing wrong with that either. Yeah, see, it's like you just have like this, I feel like your feelings, your impulsiveness, your paranoia, your fears, and your past trauma, it causes a rift. It causes disagreements, drama, arguments, all that type of shit, right? Yeah, I feel like your mind just wanders a little too much, Cancer. And you're an emotional sign to begin with, so yeah, and sensitive. So with the Queen of Cups here, it doesn't take much, I feel. I feel like you have some low confidence. And don't compete with your person. That's the last thing you want to do. So we have 2 5s here, all right, which is, you know, conflicts. You know, whether, I feel like they're inner and outer here. Yeah, we have here the 8 of Wands. It's like, I feel like it doesn't take much, like I said, and it's like words just fly. Anything and everything. I keep seeing this Queen of Pentacles. You could be dealing with the Queen of Pentacles, an earth sign. Or it could be another water sign here too. Because we have the King of Cups and then we have the Queen of Cups. 2 water signs, that's 2 very sensitive beings. You know, but you got to look into other things, you know, their rising, their moon, their north nodes, you know, and just different house placements can make a difference. So we can't just go off of, you know, one sun sign. Yeah, I feel like you bring up the past a lot in arguments with the 6 of Cups, and that's the last thing you want to do, all right? That's not going to do wonders. Yeah, we have the shadow card. So, yeah, your shadow side is quick to lash. All right, and then I feel like you regret it. But I feel like it's like you just can't release the past. Release it. It just weighs heavy. It just is a burden in your life, your relationships, everything. All right, focus on an equal give and take. Otherwise, if you don't, you're going to have towers and failed relationships. All right, grow, expand, all right, with each other, grow together. Let your feelings gradually grow, all right? And that's when you will see the beauty behind a relationship here, okay? But you need to release the things that don't serve you, all right? And don't be too generous, because sometimes when you're too generous, you get taken advantage of, all right? But in the near future, you know, maybe within the next 3 months, 3 years, you'll master this and be ready for a long-term, stable, committed relationship. All right, but it's like a lot of people, it takes time. It doesn't take just 3 days and 3 weeks, 3 months. It takes longer than that, because the Hermit is, you know, 6 months at least, but usually a year and more to really have those, see those changes, make them changes, and have them changes stay consistent, right? So I'm going to leave that there, and actually, you know what, Cancer? We're going to pull from the Guardians for you. All right, let's get for the Guardians, for the Cancerians, because this is a big change that you're focusing on. All right, these big changes can be overwhelming your emotions. I just saw the mountains, so stand your ground, be strong and brave like a mountain, because your emotions are running high. So, all right, last shuffle here. You saw the Mother Earth. Yeah, see, we got the Hermit with the Guardian Angel. All right, saying retreat and reflect. All right, you are never alone. So if you fear being alone, maybe that's one of your fears. There's the Water Guardian. All right, exchange energy to create the abundance. All right, which is your relationship cycles, all that, successful relationship, but connect with your emotions, all right, because when you connect with them and you understand them and you get a handle on them, you'll see you'll be able to control and connect even better, all right? With the Stag, trust and thrive, move in a new direction with the Traveler, okay? Yeah, you could be dealing with the Earth sign. But yeah, the Guardian Angel says you're not alone here. When you're in the Hermit energy and you're retreating and recharging and meditating and contemplating and creating these adjustments, you're not alone. I think it just was, yeah, the great spiritual teacher is here. Learn from spiritual experiences. Learn from your experiences. Use them as a tool and a guide in your life here. All right? But yeah, your guardian angels are around you. You're never alone. They're with you, so don't feel alone just because you're not with somebody. All right? We can't depend on other people for happiness, because how can we truly then be happy if we don't know what happiness is without somebody? There's the Mother Earth that I saw. All right? So feel loved and comforted. High Priest, intend and create. With Father of Sky, trust the unknown. So we could be dealing with the masculine. All right? But we do have feminine here too. So that's what I have for you guys. All right? You guys have a good night.